The Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist, a martial art that is used by the two biggest goats in One Punch Man, that being Garo and Bang. This style allows the opponent to reflect attacks with double the strength if the strength gap isn't too massive, along with being able to also harm the internal functions of the opponent. This type of style gives off a Hyuga type of vibe, and I feel like seeing these two styles clashing would just be goated. Which got me thinking, what if Naruto, instead of training with Jiraiya, actually trained with someone who knows this fighting style? And who is the better character for the job other than Bang? Literally no one else. And so we're actually going to be doing what if Naruto trained with Bang before the Chunin exam, aka what if Naruto knew the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. Also today I am not here by myself because I'm actually here with my boy the Masked Man, and so us two are basically going to be going over what would have happened if Naruto learned the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. And with that being said, let's get right into the intro.
Hey, collecting rings like a Sonic. Bitches wanna party. My wrist getting heavy. Got 'em on a diet, yeah. Flex like I'm Hogan. Yobi's coming over. Yeah, we respect.
We start our story off around when Naruto encounters Jiraiya, but instead of encountering the Toad Sage, he encounters someone else, Bang. Tyler, you can't add a whole other character to the one. I kind of can, because Bang is someone who legitimately knows the martial arts the best and has a whole dojo dedicated to learning it. And I also believe for this what if like this, or a what if kind of like this, it's alright to add in a new character, because, well, who else is going to teach him it? Anyways, the interaction between Naruto and Bang would go similar to that of Jiraiya and Naruto, where Naruto would get beaten up in a little spar, but he does show a lot of promise to Bang. Bang even says how he isn't even one of his own students, and yet he is more capable than most of them, except for, well, one student. Bang has a slight change in tone when saying that last part, but then Naruto tries to question who Bang is. Bang would then be revealed to be a ninja that's really only needed for last resorts, and he's constantly out on missions. This guy is actually someone who Naruto shouldn't take lightly. He's even beaten Might Guy and Kakashi with the Sharingan out in hand-to-hand, mind you, and has a fighting style that no one can obtain through normal means, that even rivals the Hyuga style. Naruto hearing this gets excited, and this leads into him forcing Bang through annoyance to train him, which I think Bang would reluctantly give into. Remember, Naruto does show a lot of promise, and he knows his intentions are good. He in reference to Bang. That being said, Bang decides to train Naruto, and over the course of the 1 month, he is able to somewhat learn the Water Stream style, and Bang is honestly amazed at how he managed to learn more than most of his students. And before he leaves to go off and fight Neji, Bang does congratulate him on working through the trials and efforts, and even achieving his goal to becoming stronger. Naruto would then say how he couldn't have done it without him, and the two then head to the Chunin exam arena, where Bang would meet up with the third Hokage, since he and Hiruzen have a little catching up to do. Also, Naruto gets some new drip thanks to his training with Bang, and I feel like for the sake of this what if, having a new outfit for Naruto would just be a lot cleaner than his, boring orange one. So yeah, I hope you guys like Naruto's new drip. Anyways, this would then lead into Naruto versus Neji, and this fight goes way different than in canon. Instead of Naruto getting utterly stomped by Neji and resorting to using the Nine Tails in a surprise attack to beat him, he actually fights head to head with Neji's Hyuga style with his Water Stream Rock style. Sure, Naruto may not have the Nine Tails or summoning here, but he has physically gotten stronger to the point to where he actually rivals that of his QB amped self in canon. And so this means that Neji and him are actually relative in speed, and they're both using attacks that attack them from the inside. And so they're just scrapping. Basically, it's kind of like Hinata versus Neji, but a lot closer. Neji is even forced to use moves such as rotation, but even rotation wouldn't work since Naruto would just use a counterattack by just constantly blocking all of his blows while he's rapidly spinning, completely blocking any blows that would harm Naruto. Remember, both attacks hit from the inside and negate conventional durability, so if Naruto just reacts and blocks those blows with his Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist, which he is, then Naruto would be able to save himself from getting his chakra points completely pooped on. This would then lead into Neji resorting to attacks such as the 64 palms, and this is where Naruto would then smirk and begin to weave most of Neji's blows, since Neji is running out of stamina, until he then slips and Neji is going to hit Naruto with the last strike, which is the 64th attack. At that point, we would then see Naruto seemingly take this hit, and like what Garo did to Tank Top Master, he would reflect the damage right back at Neji with double the power. He would then throw a flurry of blows of his own, completely KOing Neji and incapacitating him. This would then win Naruto the match with no bullshit means, and he actually won with legit skill. The crowd goes wild for the young shinobi, and Bang is honestly impressed that he managed to defeat someone who is as powerful as Neji. Hiruzen would then remark how the boy is truly something else, which Bang would agree with. After this portion of the story, things start playing out similar to in canon, up until Naruto rushes and intercepts Gaara, saving Sasuke. This would lead into a fight between the two Jinchurikis, and honestly I can see Naruto just hitting Gaara's organs with his martial arts rather than resorting to the Nine Tails and summonings, and even with Gaara's defense, Naruto ignores conventional durability, so no matter how much sand Gaara has, Naruto's gonna go and pierce through it, and whatever attack Gaara throws at him, well, Naruto could just reflect this attack with double the power, and this would lead into Gaara eventually being incapacitated before the full Shukaku breaks out. Naruto would then talk no jutsu Gaara similar to in canon, and Naruto would then defeat Gaara.
Now on the flip side, Bang and the other Jonin would slap the Sound Ninja goons and make sure everyone else is okay. But when Bang realizes his dear friend is fighting Orochimaru, he gets a little worried. And eventually, once the barrier is released, he would find his old friend to be dead. They would still host a funeral, but Bang, being himself, wonders where Orochimaru will go next. But he does know wherever he is, and whenever Bang gets the chance, he'll give Orochimaru the same treatment he gave Hiruzen. And this is where Jiraiya comes in, and reports to Bang, who he does know, and gets along with since they were both close with the third, that he will be going out on a mission to retrieve Tsunade, and he wants Bang to come along. This is where Bang accepts and decides to bring Naruto, who Jiraiya does take a little interest in, and allows him to come along. During the journey, Naruto would be talking about wanting to learn something new, and this is where Jiraiya would show off the Rasengan, which Naruto would still try and learn from Jiraiya via manipulating him with the Harem Jutsu, and after this, things start to play out similar up until Naruto and Bang and Jiraiya book a hotel. Jiraiya goes off to do some research while Bang and Naruto chill in their room, and they get a sudden knock on the door. This would be Itachi and Kisame, and Bang, seeing them at first, immediately closes the door and tells Naruto to get behind him. Kisame then smashes the door with a mere swing, and Bang is still posted up, completely unfazed by Kisame. Kisame attempts to negotiate with Bang, but makes it clear that he isn't here to talk, and he and Kisame would have a brief taijutsu exchange, with Bang evading all of Kisame's attacks and landing his own. But he's not doing any damage in particular. This would lead into Sasuke arriving, who gets subdued, but when Jiraiya arrives, the two rogue ninja escape. Might Guy still arrives to get Sasuke back in the hospital, and this is where Tsunade arc falls in alignment with its canon counterpart. Only difference here is that this time Bang is here to fight, and when they encounter Orochimaru, Bang and Jiraiya are both ready to kill this man. Bang does still get the debuff similar to that of Jiraiya, but the two of them would easily defeat the likes of Orochimaru, forcing him and Kabuto to retreat. Naruto still proves Tsunade wrong, and she comes home as the 5th Hokage. This is where the story doesn't really change much for a while, with Sasuke and Naruto still fighting at the hospital, and Sasuke leaving off with the Sound 4 because he's a salty little bitch. Anyways, Bang would go out on an important mission along with most of the Jonin, and so this arc for the most part plays out the same, with Naruto attempting to hit Kimimaro with his water stream style, but it's to no avail, thanks to Kimimaro's massive speed advantage. Sasuke and Naruto would eventually have their battle, with Naruto releasing some of Kurama and only going for the headband, leading into his downfall and Sasuke leaving the village. This would nicely wrap up part 1, with Naruto leaving off to train with Jiraiya and Bang for 2.5 years this time, with Bang saying to Jiraiya that they need to do their best to prepare Naruto.
Now at first this would conclude part 1, but I'm actually going to have a little bit of a post-credit scene. So during the fight with Bang and Jiraiya and Orochimaru, along with Naruto Tsunade versus Kabuto, we do see one person actually watching this fight from a distance. This man would have white spiky hair along with the same clothes similar to that of Bang's. At that point, we would then see how he wants this boy Naruto to get stronger and maybe even surpass him someday, since Bang has always been looking for a powerful pupil to actually do so. He's heard rumors of the Akatsuki planning to strike Naruto along with the other Jinchuriki around the 2.5-year mark, and so this man promises to keep up his training up until that point, and so he will one day challenge him before the Akatsuki get to him first, and if the Akatsuki want to interfere, that's fine, he'll take him on as well.
Tyler, who is this guy?
Well guys, if you guys didn't already guess it, and if I didn't make it obvious enough, this man would be Bang's former student. This is the biggest goat in all of One Punch Man, Garo. And that's where we'll be concluding part 1, and we will be saving Shippuden and the entire Garo situation for part 2.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out my first and second channel, cause currently my first channel is kind of on hold due to some false copyright strikes, but I'm sure my boy Tyler will link it somewhere in the description.